I'm taking back the crown. I'm all dressed up and naked. I see what's mine and take it. Oh yeah, the crown so close I can taste it. I see what's mine and take it. Oh yeah.
Oh, wow, my camera got a little bit up here, but okay. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, the Ninja Reviewer here. I know this review is a bit late, but screw it, here I am. This is RWBY RWBY. I know I'm a little bit late with this, but anyways, Volume 4, Chapter 10 review. Now, I don't know how many episodes we have left of Volume 4. I'm really hoping we're not going to have just like 12 episodes and be like, oh, sorry guys, we're going to have, you know, the 5th season coming out in the fall, which again would kind of suck because again I wanted to see. Now hopefully it'll be more than just 12 episodes, which I'm hoping it is. I'm praying that it's not going to end up like that, because it's going to be like, fuck, I really hope not, because honestly, I mean, that's kind of bullshit how, because it doesn't look like they're really loosening up much in progression, at least to me. There are some stuff that they did progress in this volume, but I don't know, we just gotta wait and see, because I was really expecting, I mean, even if we don't defeat the actual main villains of the series, then you know what, fine, it is what it is. Then at least if the team reunites, at least that'll be something. But anyways, so when it comes to this episode, or this chapter I should say, basically we learn more about Ren and Nora's past, which, okay, that's actually pretty fascinating because we don't really know much about Ren and Nora, how they ended up being together. So we found out that Ren back then wasn't really the strongest you'd like to defend himself whatsoever, but technically when he sees other people he tries to help, but kind of acts along a little bit behind the sidelines. Like when Nora was actually, you know, pretty much, you know, accusing her of stealing, something like that, like how she was eating something, then pretty much they were picking on her, then the father comes along, then it's like, well, are you gonna run with them or after them, or what are you gonna do? Says like, well, you know what, come home with me because we have some business to discuss or whatever. So, you know, there are some people that were gonna meet with him anyways, you know, with his father. Then what happened was, like, his entire nation was being under attack, and, you know, he tells his son, like, dude, you gotta man the fuck up. You have to man up and actually get much more stronger as a person in order to protect people. Like, you have to make sure that you're brave enough instead of just, you know, crying and just, you know, being adorable. So what happened was that he actually, well, it happened because his father got shot through, like, by like an arrow or whatever, I believe it was, yeah. And technically, you know, when his father died beside him, it's like, yo, like, you know, this is your moment of opportunity. You know, this is your chance to become a better person. So what happens is, like, while mostly everybody in the village was like dying, what happened was he was able to protect Nora. And I think, I don't know if it's going to be like a brother and sister relationship, or it could just be a love. I think it might be a lover relationship. That's what I think it is. And it could be on a side of love, which I think, you know, it has hinted at shipping, unless they are, which again, I don't remember because it was recently, all the way to 2016 when I caught up with the series. So again, I don't fully remember if they were. Not too sure about that, but sorry if I apologize. Put in the comment section below, which I don't think they were ever related, to be honest. So it could be like a love relationship thing that they've had going ever since they were kids. And then they find out the place that they went to, where that cave was, apparently like a whole bunch of, like, you know, bones and rocks and all this shit was already like destroyed, and then something else is like erupting it. So there might be some kind of planned like attack, or like the island itself is like acting up, and we don't know like what the hell is going on. It could be a Grimm, because I do remember it could be the same type of Grimm that attacked, you know, from the older village. It could be that too, because I believe the because, you know, don't forget those really powerful Grimms were the one that actually attacked and mostly killed most of the people in the village. So that's actually what happened there. So moving on from that, I do gotta say, knowing more about Ren and Nora's past, I think was very well done. I liked the way it was set up a lot. It did build up some emotion. I mean, I could kind of understand that he was kind of building a bit like frightened. Like, and I understand because, you know, you are a kid. So, hold on one sec. So, that's what I think. Sorry about that. I had a text message I had to do really, really quick. So, that's why the editing. So, what happened is, so now that we know all that, it could be that same Grimm that's at the same location that they are at right now. But he says, like, well, as long, you know, as I have you, that's what Nora says. Like, as long as I have you, Ren, you know, anything is always possible. Like, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, the way they build it up was actually pretty cool. Like, the cliffhanger, though, I don't know what the fuck it is that is erupting on that fucking, that area that they're at. I'm not sure exactly. It could be just some really powerful ass Grimm that's there. I'm not so sure exactly, but I believe that's what it is. Meanwhile, we still have, and the only second thing about this chapter was that RWBY and, of course, Duan are still actually trying to go to the village, but everything is like pretty much closed up, and they're trying their very best to find someone, so they can't. So they're, you know, the struggle for them is real, and I just don't want Crow to die, man. I really don't. And their struggle of them trying to find an actual suitable hospital, because obviously the town is pretty much abandoned. So, oh my god, please, 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 for the love of all that is, whatever the hell you believe in, please, just, I'm really hoping Crow does not fucking die. He is way too cool of a cat. I love Crow. He reminds me of a more badass, not as extremely ridiculously overpowered as like Itachi, but he definitely reminds me of that Itachi playing field, except to me way more badass and not, you know, pretty like the cooler badass that Itachi wishes he was. Oh yeah, there, I fucking said it. Pretty much that's just the way I feel about Crow. Crow was a pretty awesome dude, kind of like the resemblance to Uncle and niece, which kind of, you know, makes sense with that connection. So again, oh my god, dude, the cock teasing on that is like, oh come on, dude, fuck, I really don't know. So I'm really hoping he doesn't, because it is getting worse. His conditioning is worsening a bit, which fuck me, I'm really hoping not, because Alright. We'll see what happens. Well, of course not next week. I believe the week after. Isn't it like every 2 weeks, I think? I think every 2 weeks there's like a new episode. So if not the following week, it'll be the week after that where there'll be new episodes. So that's basically it. I am done. Give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Oh, the rating right for the episode. The animation, or just the 3D animation, I should say, was very well done as usual. Really great job from Rooster Teeth. Really fantastic job. I like the animation. The music choice they used for the episode I thought was really well done. And the character, finally knowing the really true deep backstory on why they're together. And, you know, you could tell it was a desperate survival. Even though he may not seem like, you know, at times he may be a bit shooken up, but deep down, you know, he is still a brave, compassionate person. So that's how we got to know him, you know, as REN'S today, pretty much. So, which is why he was a bit edgy of coming back, you know, in the first place. So, that being said, I'm going to give the episode, basically, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's a great episode for knowing Ren and Nora's backstory, but the cliffhanger does kind of take it a bit, because it's like, basically that's all we got. And I love the flashback. I think the flashback was pretty adorable. I like the way it was structured. So I'm going to give it a grade. So 4.5 out of 5. Knocking out 5 points, because again, that's pretty much what we got, is a great flashback, nothing else more. A little bit tiny, and not as much progression, which I wish we would have known about the Crow situation, which I really want to see more, but it is what it is. That's it. So that being said, I'm done. Give me your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you next time whenever chapter 11 gets released. So peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky's the limit. And manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So see you next time, RWBY fans.